Welcome back, everybody, as we embark on another epic adventure. In today's video, we are going to continue to go through some trail prep. And with that being said, I want to walk you through what I bring in this box. Stay tuned, follow along. Hope y'all enjoy it. Hope y'all get something out of this video. Like I say, this is just things that I bring along. If you guys think of anything that I may be overlooking, please drop it in the comments, because I don't want to be stranded on the trail just as much as you don't. So the first big item that we know we all need to carry along, I actually do not have in here yet, but it's right out of frame here, and it is right there, an old extra axle, right? Because everybody knows the weak link usually is somewhere around in the drive line and could very well be an axle. So I like to use an old OEM axle that I have that the boot was just ripped on, but I replaced the boot and running the old Cayman axles. So no, the jury ain't out on them yet because I haven't ran them real long. So the next big adventure that we'll go on, we'll put them to the test. And if they would happen to fail, I do like to have an extra along with me. So axle for sure. Now let's get into the box. So obviously some fluids you always want to bring along with you. These Defenders, the oil change kit, you don't use quite all of the little container, so I like to keep these with me. I think I got 2 of them in here just in case we need to top it off, or if we would to get into some water or something like that. We do have a little bit of extra oil with us, always good to have. And another thing is a little bit of antifreeze. Now this is no fancy Can-Am stuff, it's just pre-mixed stuff, but if you just needed to top it off, you ain't like you're doing the whole system, that stuff will work just fine. Obviously on this side I have a extra strap, always come in handy in case you got to put a tire back on the bead, wrap it around there, tighten her down. Helps in some cases. Of course got a rag there just in case I need it. And then little tote fits in there just nice. Let's dig into it. Got extra set of gloves just in case you got to replace that axle, right? I don't mind getting my hands greasy, but now they're in there in case you need them. A little bit of glass cleaner for you all following along in these videos. Sometimes my windshield gets a little dirty and it affects the videos, so I like to keep it clean for y'all. I know sometimes I get a little behind on that. That's my bad, but I'll do the best I can. Of course, got some paper towels too. A little bit of, gotta have zip ties, right? Lifesavers. Everybody knows what those are used for. Everything. And also a little bit of Gorilla Tape. You can fix 90% of your problems with some zip ties and some Gorilla Tape, right? And we know that we don't want to have any accidents on the trail. That means buggy wise or bow wise. So got to keep a little TP stash, you know, you never know. Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. You know what I'm saying? All right, what else we got? Lighter? Never know. You know, survival skills, little bear goggles sticks kicks in, little survival mode. I'd rather be using this as I would a couple sticks and maybe a rocks. So got a little lighter in there. Of course, got the old Harbor Freight special tire plug kit. Always nice to have. I do not have in here, which I will have, is an air compressor. Got to have that on the trail. That's a necessity. I'd say number one thing that happens is tire problems. And also, what I'm going to be picking up is some of them sidewall slugs. Don't know if you guys have seen them or not, but those things are amazing. Have a blowout on your sidewall. You just put them sidewall slugs in there and fixes you right up where you can get air back in it and at least get you back to the trail. I'll put a link to those down below, so you guys can check them out if you ain't seen them. Excellent product. I do also make a glue tread for the outside. Seems like those will get you out in a pinch, but them sidewall slugs, they look like the real deal. Okay, and also, well, we got a little cordage in there. All right, never know when you're gonna need to strug something up. Got a little electrical tape for your electrical problems. You always gotta have an extra extra knife, just in case. Like I say, this is survival skill stuff here. So anyways, that's what we got going on in that box. And then I'm going to clear some of this out of the way so I can bring some other stuff out and show you. All right, on to the next bag. This little handy DeWalt bag. What do I keep in here, you may ask, is a couple old tie rod tubes, okay? Upgraded to the CT Raceworks, which them things are amazing. Got some old ones here that was bent up just a little bit, but straighten them back out. Always good to have in a pinch. And also have tie rod end. Gotta have that just in case you break one. And I believe that's the other end for that. And right there, that is the tool to remove the belt from a Can-Am. It screws in. If you guys own Can-Ams, you know you got to have one of these to get your belt off. So always carry that with me just in case. And I'm sure I'll dig it out here in a minute, but there is also an extra belt in there. Just a little bit what we got going on in that bag. So there's another end there. Always handy to have along. Let's get it out of the way and get on. Love these little ammo boxes. They're good to have. And this one is slapped clear full of tools. Okay, so got of course a little screwdriver, universal screwdriver. Got the big drive ratchet with 3/4 inch for the help with the lug nuts, because the lug nuts you got to have a special spline tool. With these, what am I running? I'm running high lifter wheels with the spline lug nuts, so that 3/4 inch actually fits on there and helps get those off. And gots to have the axle nut socket, 30 inch on a Can-Am. There it is. Got that so we can break loose the axle. Then just got some good old-fashioned channel locks, or vice grips, I'm sorry. Do have some channel locks in there, crescent wrench, some needle nose pliers to get those, the cotter pin out of your axle. Those are nice to have. Got some extra cotter pins in here and just some screwdrivers. 17mm wrench, front end components. About all of them are 17mm, so got that in there. Probably need to throw a 15mm in there also, because I do believe there's a few 15mm, but I'll double check that. But I like to keep this thing stocked and try not to touch it. That way, if I forget to pack anything, normally it's already in here, ready to go. So it's just some of the tools that I carry. And get this stuff packed away, and I'll pull out just a few more essentials that I think you need. All right, so moving on, just a few other items that I think are just as essential as the others. Jumper cables, right? Jump packs are nice, and I carry a jump pack also, but the old jumper cables never fail you, right? You ain't gotta worry about charging these babies up. You hook them to another buggy and hopefully fire you back up and get you on your way. Another thing, like I said before, extra belt. Actually got two of them in here, and I do have another mini socket set that I carry with me. Just got some odds and ends in them. Got a couple Allen wrenches just in case. A couple electrical fittings and some pliers. Other than that, Hatfield, right? Gotta have the helmet. There it is. So got the helmet in here. I do carry an extra coat with me, just in case, you never know. Other than that, we're pretty much to the bottom of the box. So again, just some items that I like to carry along with me. If I'm forgetting anything, please drop it in the comments, because we are going to be heading on a major adventure real soon. So please stay tuned to the channel for that. I'm going to wrap this video up. Like I say, that's just a little trail prep for me. That's what I keep in the box. This thing is amazing. I did do a video on just the box and its dimensions and where I picked it up at and fit it in an earlier video, so you can scroll back through my channel and see that. But anyways, that's what we was into tonight. So do me a favor, please hit the like button. Please keep subscribing. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Hope you're getting something out of it. I love doing the videos, and I hope you love watching them as well. So that's a wrap for this one. We'll see you on the next one.